I don't know if you guys are aware, but your nursing personal statement can make or break your application. So it is very important that you do get the step right. Personal statement basically gives you the opportunity to sell yourself away, okay? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me once again back onto my channel. My name is Belinda, and if you've not already subscribed, please don't forget to press the subscribe button as well as turn on the notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload. This is a nursing based channel, so all things nursing as well as other things as well. So once again, I'm back with another nursing video. This time around, I'm going to be discussing about how to write your personal statement for nursing. I think sometimes it's really hard to write your personal statement, especially if you don't know what you need to put in. So I'm going to tell you guys step for step what to write in your personal state, or how to write your nursing personal statement step for step guide, as I'm going to read my personal statement out that I wrote and submitted. Okay, so if you are interested in this kind of content, please keep on watching. So your personal statement is a very important aspect to your nursing application. I don't know if you guys are aware, but your nursing personal statement can make or break your application. So it is very important that you do get the step right to the T. I think I've made a video before that although sometimes you do not have the best of the best grades, however, your personal statement can actually allow people to make the decision whether they want to take you on or not take you on. Personal statement basically gives you the opportunity to sell yourself away, okay? So basically it gives you the opportunity to really let the reader know more about you, your intentions in regards to the course, your future plans with your career, and so on and so forth. So your personal statement really gives the reader or the committee admission and understanding about the kind of person that you actually are. So this personal statement basically gives you the opportunity, like I said, to sell yourself to the admission committee. And I think I said this before, if you've not already watched my other video, that just merely from your personal statement you'll be surprised that you can get admission into university, because like I said, your confirmation or acceptance onto a nursing course for university, it's not only mainly based on your academics. So you might be the type of student that's not doing very well in regards to academics, but you have quite a large number of knowledge as well as your experience that you can actually express within your nursing personal statement. So before writing your personal statement, you need to determine what field of practice you are applying for. In the UK, like we all know, is that there's 4 types of field of practice in nursing, mainly mental health, learning disability, child nursing, as well as adult nursing. Those are your 4 fields of practice. So when you are going to be writing an overall personal statement, you're going to want to implement whatever specific field of practice that you are going to go into and discuss that in details. Okay, there's no point that you're applying for mental health nursing and then you're going to discuss about learning disability in a mental health nursing personal statement application, because that's not what they want to look for. So firstly, you would want to determine what field of practice you're going to go into, and then afterwards you're going to want to think about what the requirement is for the university that you are applying for. Always make sure you include and bring out points about the requirement for that specific university that you're applying for, because basically that is what they're looking for when they're reading your personal statement. They are looking to see that you have met the requirements for entrance into university. So I'm going to discuss to you about various factors that you can apply in your nursing personal statement. So when you write a personal statement, you really want to ask your questions while you're writing. So what I mean by this, I mean put yourself in the shoes of the reader. If you are a reader and you are reading out a personal statement, what kind of content are you looking for when you want to accept a nursing applicant for a nursing course? What is it that you're specifically looking for? So it's always nice to ask yourself various questions, you know, that will help you to write your personal statement efficiently and of high standard. So like I said before, ask yourself questions that you would ask if you were the reader or if you were part of the admissions committee. That will give you some sort of idea as to what you should write about. So when you write your statement discussing your desire to study nursing as well as where this desire came from. So you want to study nursing maybe because you like to work with elderly people or learning disability or mental health. You really need to elaborate on why it is that you want to study what you want to study. You don't just want to say, oh, I want to study nursing. Okay, that's interesting, but why do you want to study nursing? So like I said, ask yourself questions while you are writing. So like I said, elaborate, illustrate where the desire is coming from to study nursing. Next, in your personal statement, you want to give the reader a good idea of who or the kind of person that you are. And you can do this by means of using personal details. Obviously, you don't want to go in there, tell us your whole life story, but you know, just a very personal detail that makes you stand out from the rest. And like I said, it's very nice because your experience is not the same as my experience is not the same as another person's experience. We all basically have different experiences, and that's basically what makes you stand out from your application. So for example, are you a hard worker? What makes you say that you're a hard worker? Back it up with evidence. For example, I would say that I'm motivated and determined because I started off as a care assistant in a residential care home, moving on to a senior role, then moving on to my access course, then I moved on to my uni course. So that's my personal journey. But like I said, it differs from person to person in accordance to your own personal experience. So just use something that will make you stand out as such. Next, you want to describe or talk about the path that led you to become a nursing candidate. What made you to choose to go into nursing? Talk about past experiences, work experiences, personal experiences, anything related, like I said, that will make the admission committee realize why you are the perfect candidate for the nursing course. So like I said, anything that will make you to stand out. So for instance, if you're applying for mental health nursing, why do you want to undergo a mental health nursing degree? Is it because maybe you have personal experience with mental health issues? Anything, guys, that will make you to stand out between describing what led you to be a nursing candidate as well as your desire of becoming a nursing candidate can link up. Okay, so you can join them up together. So like I said, you want to describe past experiences that motivated you in order to apply for the nursing degree. That is what you really want to be discussing, because this is what the readers want to see. They want to see your insight, they want to see your knowledge, they want to see you have a foundation basis about what the course is about. Because the last thing they don't want to see is just somebody who doesn't have no idea what the course is about and then expect you to get, you know, accepted onto the nursing course. So just be very mindful when you are writing that part. Then afterwards comes a part where you can sell yourself in regards to academics as well as professionals. So if you are a student who has been excelling, you know, mention that. Obviously be mindful not to be too boastful, because sometimes boastful application can make it seem like you can't be taught anything, you already know everything. But you know, talk about the proud moments of you obviously getting good academic marks. So in regards to academic, this is the point where you would actually integrate your academic marks with university's inter requirement. That will make your application stand up to say, oh, okay, then you've met this requirement, you've met that requirement, you've met this requirement, and that is actually what we are looking for. So that's basically reminding the admission committee their specific entry requirements academic wise in comparisons to your academic, whether you've met the target or not. In regards to professionalism, how you managed to climb the ladder to be where you are today. In addition to professionalism, like I said, talk about your personal experience, talk about your career, how you've come to be where you've come to be, if you've got a career as such. If you don't have a career as such, talk about volunteer work. If you've done any volunteer work in care setting or anything like that, talk about it briefly. But also in regards to professionalism, you would want to emphasize, you know, on your own personal qualities that will make you to stand out as a future registered nurse. So you want to speak about your qualities. So in regards to that, what I would do is basically implement the 6 C's in this aspect, you know, and try to link my personality with those 6 C's, you know, because 6 C's is fundamental quality that you have to have as a future nurse. And by this, you're letting them know that it takes more than just training to be a nurse. So that aspect you're discussing, you're not only discussing about your personality, but you are linking it again, guys. Everything in this statement, I think I'm going to say link quite at some time when I'm talking, because it needs to flow. Your personal statement basically needs to flow. So like I said, you would want to link that up so that the admission committee can see that you have vast knowledge, that it doesn't only take 3 years of training to become a good nurse, you also need the characteristics to go along with it. So this again, guys, gives you an opportunity to basically sell yourself to the admissions team so they can have a good feel of the kind of person that you actually are. So next, you want to outline your plans. Talk about plans for nursing school. So universities love to see that you've got the long-term plan in mind in regards to your future career with nursing. So talk briefly, don't obviously go into discussion, but talk briefly what are your future plans in regards to this career. Anything that will, you know, catch the reader to say, oh, you know, she doesn't just want to be a nurse, you know, she wants to take it a bit further. For instance, I'm going to give you guys an example. You know, in future you would like to go into the researching aspect of nursing, or you want to study further, maybe, you know, to become an advanced nurse practitioner. Things like that, that is what the university is looking for, you know, just to say that this person is actually quite serious with wanting to go into this career, rather than you just saying, you know, nursing, it is what it is, this is where I'm ending. Obviously, you putting it down on paper that you want to study further or you want to progress in a career, that does not necessarily mean that you have to do it, but, you know, just to give them an idea that you are thinking about that whole aspect. So obviously that would include plans after graduation or even plans during nursing. Those are good aspects to have. I think throughout this video I spoke about showing yourself in a positive light on your personal statement. However, the thing is, nobody's perfect. So one thing that I do want to say is also add your weaknesses as well as how you are planning to improve yourself throughout the time period. They're not looking for a perfect person, they are looking for somebody who's got endurance, somebody who can fall but pick themselves up again. So those kind of aspects will look quite nice on your personal statement. For example, if you are a student who has academic hardships, you can mention that, you know, you are not cleverest of the cleverest. However, one thing that you do have is endurance and motivation to continue. So those are nice things to, you know, just to read about. So after when you've written all of that, you want to conclude your paragraph basically by re-emphasizing your desire as well as your qualification to become a nursing student. So you would conclude everything. You don't want to repeat what you've already said, because obviously you've got a certain amount of word count for your personal statement. So you want to be mindful in regards to that. And that's basically the conclusion of your personal statement. Personal statement should just be straight to the point. Bang, 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 bang. And don't waffle on and carry on and carry on, you know, about irrelevant points that nobody wants to hear. Next, I'm going to read to you guys my own personal statement. I'm just trying to give you guys the feel of what I wrote when I applied for nursing back then. So yeah, I'm gonna read out my personal statement just to give you guys some sort of idea. Obviously, if you do decide to take my personal statement, guys, that's on you, because that will come up with plagiarism. So, you know, on your own risk. I initially, like I said before, applied for mental health nursing. Thereafter, I moved over to adult nursing. So this is a mental health nursing specified statement. So it goes like this. I am fascinated in pursuing mental health nursing due to my experience working in a nursing home. Over the last 2.5 years, I enjoyed spending my time with people who suffer from mental illnesses such as dementia, schizophrenia, as well as other challenging behaviors. I happen to be intrigued as to why certain people behave the way that they do. During my time, I've grown as an individual in terms of developing skills that assist me in managing volatile situations, developing greater understanding, sympathy, and acquiring greater communicational skills, which is an asset when working in the healthcare sector. I also had the opportunity to move to a senior care assistant after 1 year of service. This meant an increase in responsibilities such as leading and overseeing a team, ensuring that they fulfill their duties and responsibilities to the best of their abilities, thoroughly focusing my attention to the well-being of the residents in accordance to their unique individual care, followed by their care plans. Most importantly, I needed to ensure a safe environment for both the staff as well as the residents, providing care by means of adhering to the correct policies and procedures that are implemented within the working environment. I also work closely with multidisciplinary teams such as registered nurses, helping them make decisions regarding residents' care. Throughout this, I also developed the ability to work well in a team as well as independently. I've been able to take and accept constructive criticism as well as giving it to others in order for myself to learn and develop. I've developed the confidence and the comfortability to make important decisions that involves both the staff and residents for the benefits of the home and the individual. Every day is different with various challenges faced, and from time to time it can get hard in terms of experiencing more pressure, adhering to time management, as well as understanding the residents' moods changes, and to acknowledge that although they rely on you for their well-being, they too have the right to show their emotions, whether happy or sad. I always remember my duty of care that I vow to fulfill, and the accomplishment at the end for both myself and importantly the resident. Every year there is an increase in diagnosis of mental health illness all around the world. I was brought up in the southern part of Africa where I've seen that mental health illnesses are not acknowledged. Thus, mental health illness and its effects are taboo in most parts of African community, which results in much stigma being drawn to the subject. In most parts of the African community, they relate mental disorders as a form of vulnerability, which has a great effect on the individuals who are suffering from mental disorders, as they are viewed upon as having lower standards in the society. These stigmas are associated due to lack of education, not having the knowledge and awareness of what mental illness covers, as well as other religious reasons that has caused general prejudice amongst most of the African community. For instance, depression is a hidden health issue in the African community that does not get addressed and thus swept under the carpet, drawing inadequate focus in addressing these matters. I am currently completing my access to higher education in college. Personally, that already is a great accomplishment. I have great passion about mental health as a subject and would like to undergo more training in future to develop myself more in this profession. I am the first in my family to apply for university. In future, I would like to focus my attention on clinical research after my degree. I believe that through my personal attributes as well as my working experience, I've developed the skills and ability to become a successful mental health nurse. I am highly motivated in providing the best care for all who are in my care. So basically, that is how I wrote my personal statement. Sweet, straight to the point, added a few bit statistics. Not that you have to, I just did it for, interesting research purposes, but that's basically how a personal statement should be. Mine is not perfect, but you know what? It got me into nursing school, and that's all that matters. So guys, in conclusion, the purpose of the personal statement, obviously you need to remember, is to convince the admission committee to accept you. Why you are or you would be the perfect candidate for the specific nursing course that you chose. Don't worry too much on the aspects of writing, because this, guys, is not an academic piece. The admission committee is not looking at how of a good writer you are. No, they are looking at what kind of future nurse you would make, whether you will be the perfect candidate. That is what they're looking for. Obviously, they want to see that you are a good communicator. However, you should focus less on style and more on content as well as persuasion. So last thing is, if you are writing your personal statement, obviously in regards to specific universities, the UCAS allows you to send one personal statement to all universities. So basically all universities will get the same personal statement. However, if you are addressing the university specifically in your personal statement, which is not advisable, but hey, if that's the route that you're going down, then you have to change your personal statement according to the specific university that you're applying for. I wouldn't advise that. Just stick to one personal statement, give it your all, and submit it to all the universities. I believe it's 5 universities that you can apply to. So yes guys, this is just me giving you some tips and advice on how to write your personal statement, because I've been getting questions on how do I go about writing personal statement, because many people are at that point, they're going to start applying or they're in the process of applying for the university application. So this is basically how you want to write your nursing application. Take these tips and advice into consideration when you're writing your nursing personal statement. And yes guys, this brings me to the end of my video, guys. I really hope you like these kind of videos. If you've got any more video suggestions or any questions, please don't forget to comment them below. And yes guys, I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye.